the big thing that's going on right now is Iron Banner. So we're going to begin there. What do you guys think? I want to ask you, is new Iron Banner better or old Iron Banner? Finnegan, you just played at my desk. I made you before we did the show.
Yeah, so I haven't had too much hands-on time with it because, I've been playing a lot of Halo and a lot of Fallout. Yeah. But I played so much Iron Banner with my crew back in the day, and I got some hands-on time with it this morning. And honestly, you're right. I don't think it's as good.
You like Control better.
I do like Control better.
So
I have said many times that I think Control is a great mode in Destiny because even if you're not actively fighting someone, you can contribute to the team by going and capturing points and putting pressure on and forcing their team to kind of your opposition to move in different ways. So I like Control. It's a very active play style, or it's an active play, an active objective. Clash, because it's mostly kill-based and because they decrease the score to 10,000 points to win, it actually feels a lot slower. You are totally right in saying that.
So matches happen faster, and you and I were discussing this off the show.
In terms of duration, they're faster.
Duration, they're faster, but you're wandering around looking for somebody to shoot a lot, and also like people will spawn behind you, and all in all, it's just a slower-paced game type that I found than Control. Control, you know where the action is. They're on point C. You can go check out that spot, or they're fighting over point B or something, So you're constantly like involved in the game. And this one, it's just not like that.
Yeah, I found that just because there's not as many points to win, you actually have to play a lot more conservatively. So I found a lot more people sitting back using snipers. It's just a little bit more passive and a little bit more conservative as a play style, which I think Control forces you out of doing, because you have to go capture points.
Fran, I know you were online last night. Did you play some Iron Banner?
Yeah, I did. A little tired today.
Yeah.
I totally agree with what you guys are saying in the sense that having that objective definitely sets a very particular pace, and it's going to be there every match. That being said, I actually, I'm all about time in Destiny. I like the jump in, jump out factor.
That is a big positive.
Yeah, I get the wandering around thing does happen. It's happened to me. But at the same time, I just kind of like that chiller vibe almost. I mean, I don't know if chill's the right word, but you're right. It's a little slower pace. But I like that you can go anywhere on the map. And it also changes, obviously, if you put together a team of 6 and you run into another team of 6, then it's playing a lot more like you're talking about. You see the groups running with each other, holding up in places and playing almost like a 6v6 trials kind of thing going on. I don't mind it. And in the spirit of change, I'm glad that it's just not going to be Control forever. So, the only way we're going to find out how we want to improve Iron Banner is to do this. And so, let Bungie know what you think. Let us know what you think. And we should talk a lot about that as, a group. Is Clash just never going to work in Iron Banner? And would we just rather never see it? Or, I don't know, do we want to see it occasionally and it's okay to mix it up? I think that's really the conversation. Because I definitely don't want it to be Control, every time.
I think you're right in saying, it's a nice change of pace, and it definitely shouldn't just be Control, but I do wonder about Clash because it doesn't have an objective. I think Rift would work really, really well in Iron Banner, and I would love to try that as well. But you're right. We should try them. They should swap out, and then we should sort of provide feedback so that it can get better going forward.
I feel like I agree with Fran that, it is a more chill vibe that you get when playing the game. But I agree with Sean in that...
Is that what you want in Iron Banner?
No,
regular PvP is the chill part.
Super intense is Trials. That's where it's you're on the edge of your seat. Iron Banner's somewhere in the middle ground. It's still intense. There's still a lot going on. It should be like that. And you're kind of losing that here. But I do like that it is a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
It is kind of nice to hop in.
Yeah, I actually think there's room to just throw rotation in there, I think... what's the worst that could happen? Just rotate, Rift, Clash, etc. through. Because, for me, and it's something to consider, the point of Iron Banner, give or take, whether it was supposed to be super intense or not, was actually just that your level matters.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. And it does. That doesn't change anything. I do think maybe in game types like Rift, maybe that your level, maybe it's not mattering quite as much, depending on what you're doing. But, I'd have to play it to really be able to tell. But I think that's fine, But I'd like to see a rotation. That'd be nice.
I didn't finish my point before. What I wanted to say about Sean, Sean's Rift idea was that he's right. You need a thing that pushes everybody to one spot on the map. With Control, you have the 3 points, so you can kind of sneak around and get A maybe if everybody is focusing on B, and that's why I like Control. So for me, the Control game type is superior to Clash. But something like Rift might work because it would push everybody to that point.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily need to be 1 point, obviously. Like in Control, there's 3 points, but the idea is that you can kill people for points, but in capturing the points and holding them, you're actually increasing your multiplier, which then gives your kills more effectiveness. So it just gives you a reason to want to do it.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I mean, Control is one of the best match types in the game.
Totally.
It's just I think that's why they chose it to begin with. So I won't be surprised if we still see a ton of Control. But I really didn't mind that it was Clash, and I'm certainly not going to complain that they tried something new, because all we complain about otherwise is they're not trying something new. So, I'm glad to try something.
So let's just wrap up this segment with a quick vote. Do you like the old Iron Banner better or the new one? Fran?
Old, ultimately.
Old for me?
Old for me as well, but I will say that we should definitely be trying new things, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just decided. Lars and Derek fix it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's literally just this week, right? So we'll see what happens next.